Appreciate it. Thanks for everybody being here as usual. Really appreciate you guys giving up your time to come here. So coming off a really good win last week, really proud of our effort in getting that win on the road. Like I said many times, it's hard to win games. It's hard to win conference games. It's doubly hard to win on the road. So really proud of our team. Got a really good UTSA team coming in here this weekend. They're 4-4. The thing that stands out to most to me is they're an extremely fast team, athletic team, like they were last year. I thought they were really explosive and fast last year. I think they're faster and more explosive this year. They're really good on defense. They're second in the conference in scoring defense. I think they're only giving up 26 points a game, and then they're about third, fourth, fifth in there in total defense. So it's a really good defense. Offensively, they're doing a great job of ball control. They run the ball, and then they'll hit you with explosive plays, big plays like you saw them do against Southern Miss when they put up, over 50 points and had a lot of explosive plays in the game. So we've got to do a good job from that standpoint of keeping the ball in front of us. And then I think they're right behind us in turnover margin. We've done a really good job, but we've only turned the ball over, 8 times this year, and I think they're right behind us at 9. So they're doing a good job of protecting the ball offensively, and they're very sound in the kicking game. Their kickoff coverage and punt teams or kickoff return are, right up there at the top of the conference. So this is a really good football team coming in. They had a tough, close loss early in the season to Arizona State. They had a 5 overtime loss a few weeks ago to UTEP. So this team could very well, have a few more wins under their belt. So they're really well coached. They play extremely fast. They play extremely tough and physical. So we've got to do a great job this week. It's going to be another 4-quarter game, another tough physical game that we got to get ready to play. So with that, I'll open it up.
UTSA has a new coach this year and a new staff. Do they do anything different as far as formation-wise when it comes to offense? And what have you noticed offensively as far as their production goes this season?
Well, yeah, they've got a new staff. Frank Wilson's done a nice job, and Coach Selfo's their offensive coordinator. I've known him for a long time, and they do a great job of running their offense. They'll get in big sets, and try to hammer the run at you. They'll spread you out and still run the ball and throw it out of the spread sets. They'll get in big sets and max protect to try to get deep shots. They've got great skill players. How's it different from last year? We played them the last game of the year, and they were a really depleted team from an injury standpoint last year when we played them. So schematically, it's different. It's not vastly different, but it is a little bit different from last year. But they've got good players, and they're well coached. They got excellent coaches, and they do a good job of running their schemes.
Like you said, UTSA doesn't turn the ball over very much. How do you guys build off of your 3 turnovers that you forced last week going into this game?
Well, to me, turnovers, you can do everything right. We practice turnovers a ton, emphasize it a ton every day, every meeting, everything we do, that's what we talk about. And our defense tries to get them. Sometimes, the ball bounces your way and you can get them. Other times you make a play and you get it. So we just got to, when that opportunity comes, you can't be a hand clapper, like I say, that, you drop an interception, you clap your hands, or you almost get a fumble. You can't be, you sit there and, man, clap your hands, almost made it. You got to make a play when your opportunity comes. We did a good job of that last week with the turnovers that we had, and had an opportunity to get another one. We didn't. So, but just when your opportunity comes in any part of the game with any facet of the game. When you get an opportunity, you got to make a play.
This will be a game between one of the top red zone offenses and one of the top red zone defenses in the conference. Your impressions of this your red zone defense so far, and how they can build off or improve from last week against FIU?
Well, I think FIU was 3 out of 3 last week in the red zone. But our defense has done really well, in the red zone, and we talked about it last week that, we spend a lot of time on it. It's a critical area of the field. The field reduces. The windows get smaller, get tighter. And again, it's about execution and playing your responsibility and not doing something out of character that you're not supposed to do within the scheme of the defense. So our defense plays hard. We compete. We do a lot of good things. And when you get down there, that's when execution and doing your job and doing what you're coached to do in that critical situation is paramount. So players got to play, and got to make a play when you get down there. And like I've said a million times, you don't get points for just getting down there. You got to cross that white line. So that's the mentality of our defense, is not to give them anything. Don't make them snap it one more time.
FIU, although you got off to a really, really fast 21-0 lead, game ended up coming down to the last few minutes. Did the team get somewhat complacent with that big lead, or was it really just FIU was playing a little down, got off to a slow start?
I don't think FIU got off to a slow start at all. I think we came out of the blocks, played good. Defense, we took the first drive down there and scored. Defense gets a 3 and out. We go and score again. Defense gets a 3 and out. We go score again. They got some pretty good players over there too. It ain't going to be a shutout every game. And, they stopped us. We had a couple drops that stopped some drives, and, they made some plays and scored. And, it's a ball game, and you knew that was going to be. Nobody scored the third quarter. They didn't score. We didn't score. We got a score in the fourth, and and we got a great stop. Created 2 turnovers on their last 2 possessions, and so that game didn't surprise me. And I don't know what you guys expect. But we knew that was going to be a 4-quarter game, and I say it every week. And I'm not Lou Holtz up here saying that we're getting ready to play the Denver Broncos or every week or whatever. But there's good teams in this conference, and I think people are misled by teams' records. And FIU had won 3 out of 4 games, and so we knew it was going to be a good game going down there. And our players were ready. We played with great intensity, great emotion. We did not relax. We didn't lose any concentration. We didn't lose our focus, all that kind of stuff. You got to give the other team some credit sometimes. And they did a good job, but, we competed harder and we competed longer and played and made plays at the end. And proud of that football team.
Could you comment on getting to bowl eligibility and doing it in October, the earliest that you've done it, and the satisfaction there, and how do you use it with your team moving forward?
It's elated, extremely happy, extremely proud for these players, these seniors. We've been bowl eligible 8 out of my 11 years, and that's hard to do, especially with the people we have to play out of conference. So really proud of what we've done. I'm really proud and happy for our seniors. These guys that have been here 5 years, 4 years, they can leave here and say, I was bowl eligible every year that I was in college. And to me, that's a tremendous accomplishment for those guys. So really happy for them, really proud for them. Talked to them about it yesterday, that one of our goals was going to a bowl game. Okay, you cannot go to a bowl game unless you get bowl eligible. We got bowl eligible, so that one's good. We won't talk about it anymore. But I did want to talk to them about it. Now, we talked about it. Now it's one game, UTSA this week, and next week and the week after that. So, but really proud of our team for being able to accomplish that.
Rick, your team's really done a great job of winning close games, including the last two by a touchdown or less. Is there a certain belief that the Blue Raiders have that when push comes to shove, plays need to be made, that they're going to make the plays and they're going to come out on top?
Yeah, I think this team has got a great mental toughness about them. And you look back, you go, the last two games, or really you go Missouri, Western, FIU, Missouri, Western, North Tech, La Tech, 4 of the last 5 games have been decided by, one possession. And so I just think the mental toughness and the competitiveness, what the fourth quarter means to us, how we approach the fourth quarter, means a lot to this team, means a lot to us. We talk about never flinching, never losing faith, losing hope that you can be up 21 or down 21, and you got a chance to come back and win every game. And I think we've done that this year, So I think this team has really got strong character, a strong belief in one another, that they're accountable to each other, and they're going to lay it on the line for them. And, I think it's easy for a coach to say that I knew this was going to happen, but when you look at this team, you have a strong belief that they have a strong belief in each other, that no matter the situation, that their mental toughness and physical toughness is going to find a way to overcome whatever situation they're in.
Darryl Randolph steps into the starting lineup for you on Saturday and leads the team in tackles. Kind of talk about your confidence in him and putting him in there and going forward and what he's shown you this season.
I think he's improving every game, every week. He's a long way to go to be a finished product, but this is the most he's played in his career. He played some last year, mostly special teams in certain situations. So he's playing more and more each game this year. Still, there's some mistakes that he's going to make, but we all make mistakes. But I think he's getting better. I think he's improving each week. And, as long as he continues to do that, then he'll continue to get better and have success, and then we'll develop more confidence in him because he knows what he's doing and he's seen more different situations that he's been exposed to now, critical situations that he can not make the same mistake that he made the game before, the play before. So he's improving, and that's what you want in a player.
Really good running backs come through here. A lot of those were players that were caught up in a deep stable of running backs. Latavius is your first 1,000-yard rusher. Is he the best back you've coached?
Well, we've had some good ones through here. Benny was a really good player, and Philip Tanner was a good player. Reggie Watley was a good player. The thing, I don't even like to say it, but this is the first year in a long time that we've remained healthy at the running back position. And you look at, even last year, Jordan Parker and Jeremiah and Shane and all those guys, they were hurt and missed games, at different points of their career. Benny probably would have led the country in rushing his senior year, but he gets hurt in the fourth game or fifth game of the year down at FIU, and he's out for the year. Same with Philip Tanner. He gets hurt off and on throughout his career, and so we've had some really good backs, and Itavius is really good also. He's I don't like to say, I think when you say he's the best right now, he hadn't finished out this year, so let him finish out this year. But he's really good. He's special. He's a special person. He loves this team. He loves this school, and he's only been here, a year and a half. So I have a lot of respect for Itavius, and I've said that a million times too, as a man and as a player. So he's having a really good year. I'm glad he's here, and he's really, really good. He's really special.
Off of his question, Itavius is one of 6 running backs in the nation with 1,000 yards already. Your quarterback just broke the school record for passing touchdowns. Is this one of the best, if not the best, offenses you've had here at MT?
Well, statistically, and again, you finish out the year, but statistically, last year was our best offense. I think this year is our most balanced offense, and if we continue working, continuing to improve, continuing to make plays, that this thing could go down as the best offense in this school. So Itavius and Brent and Richie are really good players. The offensive line has done a great job. Ty Lee and Dennis Andrews and Pat Smith, some other guys that are contributing or are having good years too. So again, let's we got good players on this team, and let's finish out the year and see how it unfolds.
Coach, seeing Tony with his lightning head on just a little bit earlier.
That was Tony?
Tony, that was Tony, yeah.
I didn't know that was
It's obviously Halloween, so I wanted to ask you, do you have a favorite costume that you dressed up as at any point in your life? And
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Shoot that web at you. I'm a Spider-Man, man.
What were some of the other costumes you...
Spider-Man. I'm loyal to Spider-Man.
Why the affinity for Spider-Man?
Because I could shoot the web. And I couldn't draw the Batman, headgear deal. So, but no, I was always a Spider-Man guy. Good. Appreciate you guys. Have a happy Halloween.